nagkakaisa at nananatiling solido. Ito ang INC Radio.
Panig ng mundo, palaging konektado sa lahat ng mga tao. This is INC Radio, anywhere in the world, oh. We are always together, connected to everyone, life will be better.
This is INC Radio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon to all of our viewers and listeners tuning in with us here at INC Radio, Texas Satellite Studio. It is currently 9:01 p.m. Central Standard Time here in Austin, Texas. And today I'm one of your hosts, Brother Justin Talioga. And let's go ahead and see who else is on here with us. First off, we're going to go ahead and head on our way east here in Texas. Let's go ahead and see what's going on with Sister Wendy. Sister Wendy, how are you today?
Hi, Brother Justin. Doing well today, and I'm excited about the topic because it's come very timely. So, of course, we're also not alone. Let's see, Brother Najib, how are you doing today?
I'm doing amazing. Thank you for asking.
All right. Thank you so much for being here with us, Brother Najib and Sister Wendy, our lovely co-host. And of course, yes, go ahead and get on with our program. Of course, to all our viewers and listeners, please don't forget to participate in our hashtag challenge. All you have to do is just let us know in the form of a hashtag where you're tuning in from. I think, Sister Wendy, this is the hashtag, right? It's the money sign, it's the pound sign on the phone, right?
That's right.
Okay.
You got it.
Okay. All right. Okay, all right. So, and of course, for our topic for today, so to all of our viewers and listeners, it's going to be, it's actually going to be about weathering through change. Because for us here in Texas, I'm sure how it is for many of our viewers and listeners who, wherever you may tuning in, the weather might have changed drastically wherever you may be. Today, we're going to talk about weathering through change because right now we're currently adjusting ourselves to this weather change. So we're going to talk about how it affects us and how it affects our routine, and really just how we're changing with the weather, how we're weathering through this change. And before we get started, of course, we can never forget to have our topic without our question of the night, which is, what do you change when the weather changes? So please let us know in our live YouTube chat. We'll be sure to read your answers at some point during our show. And as we are moving forward with our show, we're going to go ahead and play a little game I like to which is, of course, just a little word scramble. And since our topic today is concerning the weather, we're going to have a little weather theme to it. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive into the game and how it works. So here's how it works. So a word will be displayed with scrambled letters, and everyone here and our viewers and listeners can participate as well. So the way it will work is that a word will be displayed, and everyone here, and as well as our viewers and listeners, you will try to guess what each word is being displayed. So to our viewers and listeners who are watching us and to our participants here, are you ready?
Yes, I think so. What about you, Najib?
I hope I'm ready. I hope I am.
Okay, so let's go ahead and play. Let's see what we have here. Okay, do you know what this one is?
Well, it has a Z in it. I think I
Nope.
know.
I
Do
think I
you
know
want
as
to get?
well.
Okay. Do you want to get this one?
I'll get the first one. I'm
Okay.
gonna take a wild guess and say Blizzard.
Okay, Blizzard. Okay, all right, I see. Yeah, a Blizzard does have two Z's, but again, and then again, there are a lot of words out there that have two Z's. I wonder which of our viewers and listeners have are here as well. Sister Wendy, I'm guessing you're gonna go with his answer as well.
That's right. I have very limited vocabulary when it comes to Z's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, and looks like Mark Isla is also guessing that too, and he is correct. Yes, it is Blizzard.
Let's go.
Okay, and hopefully we don't get one of those in Texas. Okay, all right, and so let's go and see what the next one is. Oh, okay, all right. For a moment, this looks like that one cheesy chip that I like. If you know, you know. Okay, so what's this one?
I have an idea as well. I'm gonna let you go, Wendy.
My mind is drawing a blank, to be honest. So if you already know the answer, go for it.
I mean, Scrabble is one of my favorite games. I'm thinking Tornado, if that's right.
You know, even though I'm the one that wrote this game, I was about to say Toronto.
Oh my gosh.
Like that country in Canada or city, I don't know. But yes,
That's where my
their answer is tornado, and then
Ooh.
we're actually and quite a few of our viewers and listeners are actually playing along with us as well. Looks like we'll give a shout out to a little bit talents, Annalyn Viado, Mark Isla, Doreen Cotta, Jean Velasco, and Bern Gonzaga. Oh, never mind. They're not. uh, those last two didn't answer, but yeah, a lot of them did get it right. It is tornado. Now let's take a look at this one right here. Okay, I actually forgot what this one is. What's this one? Iyatov. I was trying to pronounce it the way it's spelled, but the way it's spelled right now is clearly not a real word. At least I don't think it is. I
Yeah,
wonder what our
initially I
viewers and
thought it was
listeners think
the
what it
word
is.
weather, but then it has a V in it. So that
Yeah.
kind of took that away.
Weather.
Right. Hmm.
I'm drawing a blank.
Okay, all right.
Is
Some
this
of us are stumped. Okay.
any hints that we could get?
I feel like once I give one hint, then that would give it away.
Oh.
Okay.
And I'm seeing quite of our viewers and listeners are are getting it.
Oh no. Oh
So
no.
don't look, don't look, don't look, don't look, don't look.
I
Don't
won't
go
look.
to
I won't
YouTube.
look. I won't look. Oh, I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it.
I
Okay,
think
so
I
what is
got
it?
it as well.
No one look what Kuya Tech just said.
I,
Oh.
I'm not looking. I'm not looking.
All right, maybe on three. What do you think, Najib?
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
One,
Two.
or Justin, you can count.
Wait, 1, 2, 3.
Heat wave.
Heat wave? Ah!
There
Yes.
we go. Let's go.
Yes, all right. So that was fun. It was nice seeing everyone some for once. Normally when I write these, everyone usually gets it easy. So I'm like, oh wow. So how do I
I guess I suck.
how do I make this more challenging? Looks like I did.
You did.
All right, but yeah, that was a little fun. Yeah, and looks like quite a few of our viewers and listeners have been getting that right as well, especially for Soc de Dios, John Caldwell, Joey Caldejon, and Jesse Marfino and Bern Gonzaga and Anna Pearson. Everyone's been getting that right. Wow. So thank you so much to all our viewers and listeners. And of course to our panelists here who have been participating in that also. So as we are on this a topic about, of course, of weathering through change. So I'm going to open this discussion to everyone here. So what changes do you make to stay productive during weather changes?
I'll go first, I guess. So I mean, one of the biggest things when you start going toward the winter time for me is like the sun. Like it starts setting really early, and like all that daylight savings time stuff. Like it's kind of unmotivating when you see no sun outside and it's super cold. You just want to stay inside all day. So I guess it's just like, yes, you gotta stay motivated. You gotta stay like, on your feet, making sure you get up and start doing stuff, even though, it might be a little challenging at first when you wake up.
It's that extra hour of sleep that gets you, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. It really is.
How about you, Sister Wendy? How do you what changes do you make to stay productive, even though there are weather changes?
Yeah, so I think Najib went towards the change of cold weather. So I'll kind of take the opposite one. So when weather changed to more hotter weather or it's just sunny out, I try to stay focused and make a planner because I will be very tempted to go outside and just enjoy the day rather than actually finishing what I had planned. So to stay focused on those beautiful days that are outside, I would definitely make sure I stick to my planner and make sure that I get things done.
It's a good one.
Oh, okay. All right. So you like to embrace the outdoors.
I do. So it's always really hard to stay indoors. Yeah.
It can be like for me, for as someone who used to work outside, oftentimes I would go outside to, of course, take in that winter air, and then just embrace it. And let's go ahead and see what some of our viewers and listeners are saying. Looks like we have a little bit talent who's tuning in with us from Corpus Christi. We have Mark Isla who says we turn on the heater. And we also have our very own district supervising minister, Brother Noah Diva, who's tuning in with us as well. Our very own district supervising minister. We also have Mario Oka, who says, "Good day here in the Philippines and stay safe, everyone." Greetings from local of Brixtonville, district of Caloocan North. Good morning to everyone over there in the Philippines. And we also have another a message here from our very own district CFO overseer, Brother Archie Talents, and he's actually expressing the warmest congratulations to all of us here in the District of Texas for winning the Regional Songs of Salvation. And much special thanks to the representative local congregation, the local congregation of Edinburgh. So
Wow.
congratulations to all our lovely performers from over there in Edinburgh, Texas. I'm going to ring the bell for that because this is one of the only times I was able to get the bell. Okay, all right. So let's go ahead and move forward with our program today. So let's another open-ended discussion. So what role does the weather play in your mood?
That's a really good question. I think Najib, you mentioned one of them where when we get less daylight, it is a little difficult to stay motivated given, once the sun sets, sleep just comes. So yeah, so I think it does kind of affect how productive or how motivated you stay during the day. But what about you, Najib? What do you think?
Yeah, I definitely agree. Like, the sun plays a big role in how you feel, right? So like for me, I purposely put my bed like next to my window. So like that
Oh, nice.
when the sun does start to rise, hey, get a little bit of blue light in my eyes. I'm ready for the day, that kind of stuff. But again, when it's daylight savings time hits and like like that cold weather, the winter starts coming in. It's you don't see much of that, and I mean, again, yeah, I think it's just motivation at the end of the day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Motivation. Okay, I love that word. I
That's
feel like that's going to be our word of the day, motivation.
yeah.
I remember during our topic for meeting new people, the word of the day was character development, and now our word of the day, I guess it's motivation. I actually like as much as I like the cold, I also like using the sun.
Hmm.
Yes,
Of course.
especially that's also during the time when I get to wear shorts. Yes. Okay. So so let's go ahead and move forward. So, uh, uh, so since our question of the night is changing, it's how we change during the weather. What do you change when the weather does?
Definitely my for me personally, I would say what I do throughout the day. Um, like for example, like since I feel like my day starting a little later, well, it feels like it sometimes. I tend to like eat a little bit later, go to the gym a little bit later, all that kind of stuff. While maybe like in like, maybe the summertime, I'm up bright and early, just getting at it. But I think like when it's over here, I kind of just want to stay in bed for a lot longer, to stay at home, be a big homebody, do that kind of stuff, hang out with family more often, do that kind of stuff.
I'm I'm
Yeah, I
actually.
definitely hear
Sister
you.
Wendy, did you say? Did you want to say something?
Yeah, I was kind of this along the same line, and especially if it's raining, then that definitely helps push the decision just towards hanging out indoors, relaxing, maybe drinking some hot cocoa and things like that.
Oh yes,
Your brother Justin.
Yeah,
yes.
that's
Oh
a
yeah,
great one.
that's yes. Of course, it's definitely the beverages of when it comes to seasonal change. Because even though I feel like I'm always saying this in every broadcast, but even though I recently became a coffee person, I feel like the only time for me, at least, to enjoy hot cocoa would be during this time of year, the winter time. Yes, around this time when we're cold and so cold we're freezing, especially when apparently I just got a message that we're also frozen on YouTube. So
Oh,
to our viewers and listeners, so we apologize for the technical difficulties, but surely we're doing something to, of course, get that fixed. But yeah, back to our discussion. Yeah, it just those kinds of beverages like hot cocoa or hot coffee for those who enjoy it. It just puts you in that feel good moment. That's one way you can enjoy the weather change. Am I right, Sister Wendy, Brother Najib?
of course, of
Yeah,
course.
absolutely. And another that I'm excited about is different fruits and vegetables that come in season. Like
Mhm.
recently, oh, pomegranate. Well, not recently, but
Wait. Okay, so I'm a total beginner, or maybe before. I'm the level that's before beginner when it comes to gardening. But there are fruits and vegetables that har that that you can harvest during the winter time.
yeah, there are not a lot, but I would say there's a little bit, but I personally like the fall fruits a little bit more. One of my favorite is pomegranates. You can see them nowadays technically all throughout the year, but whenever it's in season, I personally feel like those are the freshest. So my diet also changes throughout the season, like just based on what's in season. What about you, Najib?
That's a that's a great point. Honestly, whenever mango season comes around, I just get so happy. Like
Oh,
when I started
mangoes.
seeing
That's
the
a good
mangoes in
one.
H Mart, I'm like, let's get like 3 trays, that kind of stuff. So I mean, whenever that comes around, I'm always glad. And you guys mentioned drinks. I actually I used to work at Einstein's, like the bagel place when I was in high school, and when they started coming out like pumpkin spiced everything, turn like kind of toward that October months, like pumpkin bagels, pumpkin drinks. It was
I
amazing.
actually recently tried that. Like I figured that since the temperature is getting cooler, I went to this little coffee shop. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna try it. It's very cinnamony.
It is. It is. They always pair it together. It's like, where's the pumpkin anymore? It's just cinnamon.
Well, thank you so much, Sister Wendy and Brother Najib, for sharing that with us. And before we move forward with our topic discussion, let's go ahead and see who else is tuning in with us here on our live YouTube chat. Looks like we have username Arnold, who says who's sending his greetings to our very own district supervising minister, Brother Noel Caritativo, and we have our ministerial worker from the Spring Extension, who's sending his greetings as well, Brother Kevin Marin. And our district CFO overseer, Brother Matt Carl Talents, he says, cold weather in Texas, enjoy it while it lasts, maybe for a few days only. I going to be surprised about that. But the RG, I think I think the sun will start to get warm and come out on Sunday. And we also have Brother David Domini, the resident minister from San Antonio, Texas, who's tuning in with us. And we have Elizabeth Red, who says, greetings to all brethren around the world from the Red family in Edinburgh, Texas. And we have Jane Kathleen who says, "Good evening on this chilly Friday evening." I agree. Jane Kathleen, it is a chilly Friday evening. And we also have Elizabeth Talents, who's also sending her congratulations. And she says, "Congratulations to the District of Texas for winning the Regional Songs of Salvation, represented by the local congregation of Edinburgh." And we also have Ricky Bravo, who's sending his greetings from the resident minister from Sugar Land, Texas, who's tuning in with us. And we also have let's see who else we have. Oh, we have Joel Kambambang, one of the resident ministers from Houston, Texas, who's tuning in with us. And looks like we also have, we're going to read one more. We have the resident minister from Killeen, Texas, Brother Ramel Aquino, tuning in with us as well. So thank you so much to all of our viewers and listeners who have tuned in with us so far. And again, of course, if you haven't already, to our viewers and listeners, make sure that you answer our question of the night, which is, what do you change in your routine or lifestyle when the weather changes? So please let us know in our live YouTube chat. We'll be sure to read them at some point during our show. Now, now, Brother Najib, now I know that you mentioned something about family bonding. So, are there ways you use the weather change to your creative advantage?
I like to cook with my family and all that kind of stuff.
Outdoors?
I mean, we love barbecuing, so we'll always go start barbecuing up in the backyard. So when the time comes for that, like, in the summertime, let's get the grill going. Let's start having a family barbecue in the back. But more in the winter time, I feel like my mom she actually makes me hot cocoa in the morning, like every single day, and all that kind of stuff. So it's a nice something to wake up to.
I'm just curious, and everyone here has their own preference, but for hot cocoa, do you make it with hot milk or hot water?
I actually think that my mom does with hot milk. I'm not quite sure because I wake up and it's already there. So I
Wait,
figure
okay? Okay, now I'm curious. Is this now, or is this when you were in your younger years as a child?
it's actually right now. So like I thought
No,
it
no,
was
no,
so
no,
random.
no judgment, no judgment. I was just curious.
Yeah, no, it's so like I mean, I've recently been like a little more handicapped because I tore my ACL
Oh no.
recently. So I mean like a lot of things have been like, slowed down for me personally. So my mom will just like, sometimes just give me some hot cocoa in the morning to kind of cheer me up a little bit. So in terms of family bonding, that's something that, me and my mom are doing at currently.
Okay, all right. Well, we hope that you have a very quick and safe recovery, Brother Najib.
Thank you.
And how about you, Sister Wendy? How do you use the weather to the weather change to your creative advantage? I know you mentioned stuff about the gardening, which is really cool. And if is there more of that, or are there other things that you do to your own creative advantage?
Yeah, if it's all of a sudden rainy or really cold outside, me and my husband, we would love to just kind of cuddle and then also think through like travel plans, like really sit down, plan for upcoming outings or home improvement projects and things like that. So really get the creative thinking going. And then if it's all of a sudden, well, not all of a sudden, but if it turns sunny and warm outside, then we would go for like a trail hike, or just play outside. So yeah, it really depends. And the key is just being somewhat flexible in a way.
Hiking in the winter. Okay, that's definitely doable actually. Because of course in the weather, I feel like my new word is of course now, but but during the summer, of course, it's okay to go hiking because the sun, good outdoors, but without the heat now, for some, I guess it might be better, right, Sister Wendy?
Yes, I definitely agree with that. And without the mosquitoes as well, that adds another benefit to hiking in the cold.
That's a good point
Unwanted
right there.
visitors. Oh, and it looks like I see a comment here from Lil Battalions who says, longer bath time, it's hard to jump in the shower, and when you're there, it's hard to turn off afterwards. Okay, I actually agree with that, Sister Lil Beth. Once I'm in there, I can't get out. But thank you so much sharing that with us. And let's go ahead and see who else has been tuning in with us before we wrap up our show. Looks like we have our assistant district minister who's tuning in with us, Brother Chody Sampson, who's here with us, and we have username of Bang Ranesses. I hope I pronounced that right. And they're tuning in from Humboldt, Texas. And Matt Call Talent, who says, setting more alarm clocks since it's more difficult to get up in the morning. And he's tuning in from Corpus Christi. And we have Armando Nepomuceno, who's tuning in from Humboldt, Texas. Seeing quite a bit of viewers from Humboldt. So if you're from the Humboldt area, please make some noise in the live YouTube chat. And we also have username MLouisDC. And they're saying, hot cocoa sounds nice in the cold evening. Greetings from and they're tuning in from Temple, Texas. And we also have Daryl Sim tuning in from Humboldt, Texas as well. And then we have many of our viewers and listeners, especially coming from Will Sansom, and who's sending their congratulations to the local congregation of Edinburgh and for winning the Regional Songs of Salvation activity. So thank you so much to our viewers and listeners for being with us in our live YouTube chat, and of course to our viewers, to our hosts and participants here on our program. Thank you so much for being here with us as well. And as you've heard throughout our show, there are many different ways to adjust to the to recent weather changes. You just have to be creative and of course make the best of it. And before we wrap up our show, of course, we can never forget to thank our district CFO overseer, Brother Matt Call Talents, our assistant district minister, Brother Chody Sampson, our district supervising minister, Brother Noel Caritativo, our executive producer, Brother Emmanuel Endaya, our CFO coordinator and CEBSI CEO, Brother Angelo Arando V. Manalo, and we can never forget to thank our beloved executive minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo. Thank you so much for all your support in these programs. And before we wrap up, Brother Najib, do you have any personal greetings and shout outs for us?
I do. I'd like to shout out my parents, my siblings, my girlfriend, and the locale of San Antonio.
All right. Shout out to San Antonio. And how about you, Sister Wendy?
Yes, of course. Shout out to everyone who tuned in. Thank you so much for spending your Friday night with us. And of course, a special shout out to Local of Houston.
All right. Thank you so much, Sister Wendy, for being here with us as well. And again, to our viewers and listeners, please keep tuning in to INCRadio Texas, which is every Friday at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, or every Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or every Saturday at 11 a.m. Philippine time. I hope I got that right. And again, thank you so much for tuning in with us. And please make sure to tune in to our program right after this, which is INCRadio Caribbean. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week.